to Solar Mama's ABCs of Solar Energy, where we're exploring solar power one letter at a time. I'm Solar Mama, and today's letter is O for off-grid. Essentially, they're solar systems that work independently with no grid required. We'll share about off-grid setups such as RVs and cabins, explain what it takes to live off-grid, and share why it's so freeing. Ready? Let's go off-grid. Off-grid solar systems generate all your electricity without connecting to the utility grid. They use panels, batteries, inverters, and often a backup generator to power your home, cabin, and RVs. In 2024, off-grid systems remained small, but a growing niche in the US. Very popular in remote areas or for those seeking that energy independence. And that's based off the SEIA. Customers love the freedom. One of our Colorado cabin homeowners stated that their off-grid system lets them live in nature with all the comforts from home, but it's powered by the sun. So how do off-grid systems actually work? Panels capture sunlight, producing DC electricity. An inverter converts it to AC for appliances. Batteries like lithium-ion store energy for nighttime or cloudy days. A charger controller protects the batteries from overcharging. For reliability, many systems include propane or diesel generators for heavy loads or long cloudy spells. A typical 5 kilowatt off-grid system with 10 kWh battery storage costs anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. According to Solar Reviews, provides 7,000 kWh yearly in sunny areas. Of course, according to the NREL. Customers in New Mexico say their systems run lights, fridges, heaters, and generators as backups. What does it look like in action off-grid setup? Let's start with cabins. So remote homes might use anywhere from 3 to 10 kilowatt systems with large batteries, and that can range anywhere from 20 to 50 kilowatts per hour to power the essentials. So one of our Colorado homeowners, a couple, they power their cabin with a 4 kilowatt system and using wood to heat to save energy. Then you have things like RVs, where you might only use a 1 to 2 kilowatt system with portable panels, charging those batteries for camping. Some RV campers, especially in places like Arizona, love using their fans and the chargers off-grid. Then you have tiny homes. So you might see a kilowatt system that's anywhere from 2 to 5 kilowatts for those homes because it fits their compact lifestyle. One of our California homeowners that has a tiny home, they have a system that's 3 kilowatts and it really helps fit their lifestyle because they have full independence. So for off-grid systems, there's so much versatility with it. One family built a home, they had a 6 kilowatt system for their house and then 30 kilowatts of batteries, which produced about 8,500 kilowatts per hour yearly, powering their home and a small workshop. They spent $35,000. However, they saved $1,800 yearly on grid fees, and they cut 6 tons of CO2. They just really love that quiet, independent life. So what does it take to live off-grid? Going off-grid requires planning. You need enough panels and batteries for your energy use. Typically, that's anywhere from 5 to 10 kilowatts per hour daily for a small home. Energy efficiency is key. LED lights, efficient appliances, and insulation reduce demand. A backup generator can cover those low sun periods. Costs are higher than grid-tied systems, and maintenance is ongoing. So checking the batteries and cleaning the panels, which isn't too tedious. So what are the challenges of going off-grid? To be honest, off-grid life is not for everybody. Upfront costs can be anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000, which is a little steep. Batteries need to be replaced anywhere from 7 to 15 years, which can cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. So you must manage your energy carefully because overusing them can drain those batteries. The off-grid systems that we've personally done have said having those extra panels and batteries were game changers. So what is the future of off-grid? Off-grid tech is improving. Lithium batteries have dropped about 20% in cost from 2020 to 2024. Solar plus storage systems grew significantly in 2024, and that's according to the SEIA. Globally, off-grid systems are powering over 100 million homes, and that's according to the IRENA, especially in places like Africa and Asia. By 2030, off-grid kits could make setups easier, and that's according to the DOE. Ultimately, more people worldwide are empowered by the thought of living off-grid. Could you go off-grid? Maybe an RV or a cabin? Share if you would go off-grid in the comments. I'm curious, what would that look like for you? So a little recap. Off-grid solar offers freedom with panels, batteries, and planning. Hit that thumbs up if you're inspired and subscribe for Pete, and let's keep the solar adventure going. And that's O for off-grid, friends. Solar power for total independence. Do you have any off-grid ideas? Put them below. And thanks so much for joining Solar Mama's ABCs of Solar Energy. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for the next letter, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode.